everyone, I'm Sean, alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today I've got a pizza delivered from Otto's in Aigburth. Now, more astute of you, or the more astute amongst you, will have noticed that this box is quite large. That's because the cool thing about Otto's is that they do 20-inch pizzas. They're cut into 8 slices. I've removed one for my girlfriend, who's downstairs eating it, hoping to have the video finished before she wants another one. So I thought I'd like to show you, excuse me, as much of it as possible, which we can possibly do like that. Now this is the Otto special pizza, which comes with steak, mushroom, peppers, gorgonzola, and I paid £1.50 extra for anchovies on it as well, which it doesn't seem to have. Now I did order it quite late. I ordered it shortly before they closed. Something to note, I ordered it on their own website, and as soon as it turned 11 o'clock and they closed, you couldn't track the order anymore, and it just said that it had been delivered even though it hadn't. Thankfully it did turn up 20 minutes later. But that's something to note. They are on other websites. If you order on their own website or on Food Hub, you get 10% off the menu price. The menu price of the 20-inch pizzas are between, I think it's £14 for just cheese and tomato, and then the rest are either 15 or 16. This one was 16. Well, it was £17.50 because I added the anchovies, but they're not there. Like I say, I'll forgive them insofar as it's late. They were probably just rushing to get it out, but I will update in text how difficult it is to get that £1.50 back. Speaking of which, I should probably take a photo of this. I'll have plenty left to take a photo of. I'm not going to eat this whole thing in the video, but yeah, see, just something to bear in mind. I'm hopeful that it'll be easy enough to get that £1.50 back. So yeah, £16 less 10%, £14.50 for a 20-inch pizza. Excuse me. One interesting thing they do for £18 is you can have, you know how Domino's and a lot of places will do half and half. Well, at Otto's, with these 20-inch pizzas, they cut them into 8. You can actually get a different topping on each of the 8 slices, which is really cool for sharing. And it's £18 minus 10%. I think delivery for me was £1.50 and the service charge was 50p. But you know, you're looking at £16, but then that's going to be back up to £18 odd with delivery and what have you. So for 8 people, it's less than £2.50 each for a big slice of pizza like this. You'll all get to choose your toppings. Or if you're just one person and you're very hungry and you can't make your mind up, you know, it's an extra couple of quid, but you can have a lot of different things, which can be quite useful sometimes. Now, I used to order from Otto's occasionally when I lived in L8. They are in Aigburth. I don't remember the delivery being £1.50, so maybe that's because I'm a little bit further from them now. Or maybe it's because the delivery's in that much higher demand given the current restrictions and circumstances. We'll see what it's like compared to how I remember it. The base is nice and thin. Obviously size, value are pretty good in terms of how much quantity you get for your money. There's bits of gorgonzola scattered throughout. I have picked the slice I think with the most steak on. I'm a bit disappointed with the amount of steak. Well, some of the slices only seem to have a couple of very tiny pieces, but you know, it's steak. You don't expect there to be a lot unless it's significantly more expensive than the other pizzas. There's not much of a crust on this one, which is cool because with there not being much, I don't feel compelled to eat that first like I would with a Domino's, apart from the stuffed crust at Domino's. But the steak's a bit tough, but it is steak and it's tasty. The dough's lovely. It's got the sort of semolina all over it, or something similar like you get at Domino's, which is cool. I like that. It just adds a bit of texture, and I find they're not as greasy, whether it's just that they don't feel as greasy when they're covered in that, or whether it is actually that they are less greasy, I don't know, but they always seem less greasy than, you know, a lot of pizza places that aren't necessarily Italian pizza places. When you get a pizza from a kebab shop, it can quite often be quite greasy. Definitely not an anchovy in sight. So, I'm a bit disappointed. I think the extra salt from the anchovies would have brought everything out on this a little bit more. Well, that's interesting. As soon as I say all that, I'll take a bite and I'm tasting anchovy. I think there is anchovy here, because I can taste it. I think it must be hidden under the cheese and it's in quite small amounts, but at least I've got my anchovy. It's quite a fishy tasting anchovy. That might sound silly, but you know what I mean when you get that sort of noticeably fishy taste rather than just the sort of nice salty taste. It's that fishy taste, but it's still nice. I like anchovy. I think, yeah, looking very closely, it's sort of broken up into little pieces and scattered around, and there's some slightly bigger pieces. So that's fine. That's fine. I take back everything I said about ordering late and what have you. The anchovies hidden under the cheese. That's fine. I'm a lot happier now. I'm a lot happier. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and just be more positive in general, but that's great. That's a nice pizza. Dough's nice and chewy, nice and thin. It's still doughy compared to something like Rudy's, where it's thin and actually crispy. This isn't crispy, but it's a 20-inch pizza, 15 quid. And the toppings are thicker than the dough. You need to sort of have an idea what to expect. You know what to expect. This is bang on. It's one of the best sort of examples of this style of pizza, I think. You know, like that, like say the often greasy sort of big pan kebab shop conveyor belt style pizzas. I don't know why I don't go there. I think they closed down for a little while, so I just hadn't been there for a while. But excuse me, I should go here more often instead of Domino's. So I do like them. I'm going to leave that there for now. But before we end the video, I just need to show you one more thing I like about Otto's that I've missed. I've missed it because I've not been there in so long. And that's this for £5. Always do this. Get a fresh can of Coke for a video. I'll cut that. So 10 inches, £5. Nutella and marshmallow pizza. As with the other one, there's a couple of slices removed for my girlfriend. I didn't know. She's never actually had food from Otto, so that's how long it is since I ordered from there. The last time I ordered from there must have been about 4 or 5 years ago, while she was in London and I was in the flat on Hartington Road on my own. because she swears she's never been here. And I used to order from there quite often. I used to get this Nutella and marshmallow pizza. It's got these biscuit crumbs all over it and the toasted marshmallows. Cheers. No, you can't go wrong with this. If you like Nutella on toast, you can't go wrong. If you like toasted marshmallows, crushed up bits of biscuit, pizza dough. No, I can't see many people not liking this unless they've just really not got much of a sweet tooth. Yeah. You won't often see me advocate for ordering desserts from a takeaway. But, you know, they're normally such a rip-off. Domino's, £5 for 4 cookies. You know, you go to a kebab shop and they've got something like carrot cake for £2.50. And you think, how good's that going to be? No disrespect to the people that do order it. You know, you got Ben and Jerry's from Domino's, £6. Ben and Jerry's from anywhere for sort of £6. You know, I know you can go to the supermarket and get it for £2.50 when it's on offer, but it's not always on offer. But just, it always seems like such a rip-off ordering desserts. Apart from something like a McFlurry from McDonald's, £1.29 or whatever. This for a £5. I think always. I don't think I've ordered from Otto's without chucking one of these on for a £5. This is one of the rare exceptions. Also, banana fritters from a Chinese. Now I know the video, I'm actually uploading it tomorrow. Today's Saturday, I'm uploading it on the Sunday. I forgot to order banana fritters, but yeah, normally banana fritters from a Chinese and this from Otto's. Those are the desserts I advocate ordering. I've never seen a tempting dessert in a kebab shop. You know, they say things like chocolate fudge cake and you just know it's going to be something. Best case scenario, it's going to be something from Costco that's 3 days old. There was actually one of the ones we ordered at the start of the first round of governmental restrictions last year, around maybe April. There was one that we ordered and it was one of those sort of 3-day-old Costco sort of jobbies. But I think that was only an extra, I think it was an extra £2 for a meal deal and it come with drink and a chips or something as well. But anyway, Nutella and marshmallow pizza from Otto's, I recommend it. I think Otto's are great, and they don't have this artificial sort of high price so that they can say half price or buy one get one free or 2 for Tuesdays or any of that. It's £15 for a 20-inch pizza with 8 massive slices, and I think that's fine. I like that. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.